Alright, today in this video we're talking about a dash cam, the Rove R2-4K Dash Cam, which costs about $120. I don't think I paid that much for it, but that's what it usually goes for on Amazon. And here you can see it's got a number of features. For instance, it has a G sensor. It has motion detection. It has a built-in GPS. That's nice because it tells you on your video where your location is. It has a parking mode. It records up to 4K, ultra high definition, 2880 by 2160. It has a nice wide angle view, 150 degrees. Emergency video lock button. It'll support up to 512 gigabyte micro SD card. And they recommend a class 10 U3 speed when you're using it for 4K video. Also includes the time, date, driver ID, the speed that you're going, and GPS stamp, which again, like I said, tells you, where you are. That's what some of the features, probably the more important features it has. Alright, here's the package contents, and of course you get the camera, and then you have a suction cup, or you have what they show is a sticky add-on, some USB cables, the dual USB car charger, that's nice. And then of course a quick start guide and the manual. So what does the camera have? If you can see here, here's the buttons. You got menu, up, down, emergency lock, down button, and the OK. And then you have other things that button can do. Emergency lock. I guess emergency lock is emergency lock. Mute. Mode back. You see down here is a reset button. Here's where the microphone is. On this side you have an HDMI out. You have a USB cable, which is what I've got on it right now, so it running off of a computer. On this side you have the micro SD card, and like here again they tell you it needs to be a class 10 speed U3. And here's a power on off button. Okay, let's stop this right here. Okay, on this page we can see on the index that it's a pretty complete guide, and it's 70 pages long. The index is on page 4, but you can see the different things that it talks about. Of course, product overview, features, user agreement, precautions, warnings, getting started, camera specs, package contents, unit structure, appearance, and buttons. We already kind of did all that. Shortcuts and understanding buttons, installation, turning your camera on, off, blah, blah, blah. Formatting the memory card, that's important. Time zone setting, setting up the camera so that it knows where it is. It's got 3 different camera modes. Pairing your R2-4K with your smartphone using Wi-Fi. I'm not getting into that. I have not done that. Right now I don't see a need for it, but maybe in the future I will. Might be cool to be able to, while it's in the car, I suppose I should know how to do it, because if there was an accident or something, that's when you probably want to use that capability. Otherwise, I just take the video chip out At least I did for showing in this particular video the different videos that it has. Resetting the camera, I showed the reset button. GPS player installation, that sounds like it might be kind of interesting, but I'm not talking about that because I don't know how to do it yet. All right, so let's get into it. Okay, here we can see the home screen, and you can see other icons on the home screen. Whoa! I'm gonna put my hand over the screen. You can see all the different icons. It's got the date and the time, how much time it's been recording. It's in record mode. It's in video mode. A bunch of other things, and you can see that on the home screen page there in the manual. So let's set this up. Oh, anyways, we'll find out what that is. So you can see the light flashing. So let's go to the menu.
Video settings.
And here we got the video settings. Okay. Video settings. So resolution, this is where we can set it up for the video we want. So, I mean, you bought it for 4K, I would think. But anyways, let's see if we can set that up here. Okay, it's set up at, I don't know if you can see that here, 2880. Let me move the, you see, it was 2880 by 2160, 24 frames a second. Now it's 2560 by 1440, 30 frames a second. Oops. Go back up. I'm going to hit the OK button. And that's the resolution. Loop recording. So every 10 minutes it will give you another recording. And is there a setting? Oh, okay. You could have off, 4 GB maximum on the space used on your memory card. You can do 1 minute, 3 minute. 3 minute was default. 5 minutes or 10 minutes. I had it set for 10 minutes. So I'll put it back to 10 minutes. Hit OK. WDR is wide dynamic range. Move that down there. And it can be on or off. I have it on. I mean, anything that's supposed to help with the picture, I'm for it, unless it slows the camera down. All right, hit OK. Hit the down arrow again. We have exposure. This really gets into video, camera stuff. The brightness of the picture and stuff. I just left it at default, 0. And I'll just show you. I got into it. Show you. You can change it. For whatever you want it for. I'm just gonna leave it at 0. If you're understand brightness controlling the picture or of the picture, then that's something you can work with. Time-lapse video, or as it shows on the camera itself, it says time-lapse record. And this is where you can tell it to do 4 frames a second, or 2 frames a second, or off. And it shows that on here, It says 4 images per second. So frames, images, the same thing. That's what I got it set for. 2 images or 1 image. But I've got it on 4 images a second, and that's what I'm keeping it at. Parking mode. This is if when the camera's in the car and someone hits the car, maybe it's a shake. That's a G-force. This will turn the camera on to record what's going on. It's set for on right now. 24-hour auto trigger parking mode. That you need an optional hardwire kit so that the camera is always on instead of running off the battery when the car is off. So I'm not going to go over that. I don't have that. Boop. Live speed. Let's do record audio first. I must have skipped it on the... And I have it on off. That way the microphone's not on. I don't know. You know, some of you might want that on. I personally don't. But that will... So if it's on, then whatever you're talking about in the car will be recorded. Any sounds around the car will be recorded. Let's move on to stamp. All right, your date and time is on. The check mark. If I hit the OK button, it shuts it off. Hit it again, turns it on. I can move down to speed, GPS coordinates, and the Rove logo. And that stamp is what's shown, and you'll see it in the video. That stamp is what's shown at the bottom of the video, and we'll show you that. All right, let's get out of this. Well, that's interesting. I'm gonna hit menu, I guess. Yep, menu. And the G sensor. That's probably a level here. Okay, so it's basically what it's set at is a 5 medium impact detection. So if I were to go to 6, oops, oh, that's interesting. So 6 would be a little bit, it would probably need more of an impact. 4 need less of an impact. 1 a low impact detect. So if someone just brushes the car, maybe it'll turn it on. Let's set it for that. Speed units. Miles per hour, kilometers. Here in United States, miles per hour. High status icons. So this is where, if you set it to off, they're not hidden. Otherwise, they get shut off after, depending on the minute. So the blue is 1 minute. There's 3 minutes and 5 minutes. Let's see if you can see that there. Okay. Well, now, live speed. On or off? I have it on. So, what there's a feature for the screen. You can put the screen in 3 different modes, and one mode is that while you're driving, instead of the screen showing what you're video recording, it just gives you how fast you're going, the date, the time, and the compass, you know, north, south, east, west. So that's pretty cool. You can also have it just shut off, or you can have it showing what it's recording. distortion correction, that's on, and that's supposed to, because it's a fisheye type lens, it's supposed to help straighten out the video. Rotate video, I'm sure I got this off. This would be if they mount the camera upside down. Yeah, off. So if you mount the camera like this then on your windshield, then you would need that off, or you need it to rotate the video so that when you play the video back, it's in the correct orientation. But I mount it to the windshield like this, so. And now we're back to resolution. All right, let's talk about system settings and how to set up the system settings. So let's get into the menu. Boop. Oh, and now we want to move to the right. And I forget. Oh, I hit menu to do that. Interesting. Well, there's Wi-Fi. Like I said, I'm not using Wi-Fi. Let's just see what the settings are. Off or on. I got on off. Okay. Daytime. This is where you're going to set your date and time. Okay. And then once you have the correct date and time in, then you would hit the, bring it over to confirm and hit the OK. And I think, let's see. Oh, that changes it. The up and down arrow changed the date. I don't know if you can see it here. Yeah. Every time you hit OK, that's what it was, right? It switches. Nope. Oh, every time I hit menu, I switch. Okay. Alright, let's talk about system settings. So we're going to get into changing or showing how to change different items of the system, like date and time and other stuff like that. I'm going to hit the menu button.
Video settings.
I'm going to hit the menu button again.
System settings.
System settings. There we go. That's what we want. You can hear her talking to us. Hit the down arrow. I'm in Wi-Fi. Off or on. I have it on off, but that would be how you would probably connect it up to your phone. Date and time. This is where we set the date and time. Every time you hit the menu button, it moves your cursor. And I'm just going to cancel. Date format, that's going to be, how it looks. So you've got year, month, day, year, day, month, year. And I'm familiar with month, day, year, so I'm just going to leave it like that. What else do we have here? Clock format. That's probably 24 hours or 12 hours. Yes, I have it set for 24 hours. GPS time zone setting. Off. Let's see, let's go back to that. Oh yeah, I didn't know how to set this up. I'd have to look it up. So just leave it off for now. It works. Screensaver settings. So this is what happens on the camera's screen here when you have it in your car and you're driving. So basically, you've got three choices. You can have live video always on, and that would be whatever your camera is recording at that time. So as you're going down the road, it's showing you going down the road. And on screensaver on after 1 minute, instead it switches over to where it shows you your speed, your direction, compass, the date and the time, and that's all. Like it is right now. That's interesting. It just switched to it. That's what it is. So it's showing you how fast you're going. We're going a mile an hour while we're sitting here. We're point is southeast. It's today the 25th. It's a Wednesday, and the time is 1:50. 13:50. All right, let's see if we can go back to. So that's the way I've got it set. And then LCD off means that the screen itself just goes blank. All right, hit OK. Let's go down. Beep sound on.
Mute off. Mute off.
Huh. Oh, mute off. That's what she's saying. It's like, what the heck? This one thing, I don't. There's no way to adjust the volume, and well, let's check it out. There's a way to adjust it: low, medium, and high. I've got it on high, and I don't think it's enough. So, beep tone on. Yeah, I like beeps. That way, it's a confirmation you did something. I keep sliding down. Sorry about that. Language: English, French, Spanish, and Portuguese. I don't know if there's any more. Oh, yeah. Wow. Dutch, Italian. I don't know what those two are. Okay, whatever. I don't know. I just go back up to English. That's all I know. Boop. TV mode. Oh, that's NTS or PAL. Yeah, here in the United States, it's NTSC. NTSC, yes. That's a format of the video. PAL is European. License plate. This is interesting. Because what does that mean, license plate? It really has nothing to do with license plates. This is where you can name, put a name on your screen, and I'll show you that. We named it Mrs. Buick. So that's because of the GPS. Not the GPS. Well, I guess it is GPS. Okay, so you can change those. Those are a pain in the neck. Up and down arrows to change it. You can see the up and down arrow for right now. It's on M. I don't know, but definitely not fun. But that's what it is. And I'll show you that when we get into when I start showing you the videos. Frequency, that's basically 60 hertz, 50 hertz. The United States is 60. I think England's 50. Other places are probably other things. I believe Canada's kind of a similar electrical system that we have, or has the same electrical system. So, GPS info. Boop. It's kind of interesting. I guess it's showing the satellites, number of satellites, 10, the time, the longitude and latitude, the speed, direction. Okay, so this is all the information that then gets added to the videos. And this is all coming from the satellites. I'm not sure what these levels are here at the bottom. I'll have to take a look at it. Anyways, that's what that is. It's not something you have to know to use it, that's for sure. Storage space. It's telling me I've got 58 gigs and I've got 56 gigs free. And I got a 1.5 gig movie in it. Okay. Boop. Go further down. Delay shutdown. Alright, this is when you shut your car off. You got a choice here. It'll shut the unit off after it loses power for 20 seconds. So that's assuming, of course, that you got it hooked up to a power outlet that shuts off when your car shuts off. If you got one that never shuts off, then the unit's going to stay on all the time, which has got its pluses and minuses too. Except for, of course, it's recording the video all that time. Format reminder. Whoops, sorry about that. Off 15 days, 3 days, 60 days. I imagine that means that if it was set for 15 days, that every 15 days it would say, hey, you need to reformat this micro SD card. Format. You can format or cancel. I'm going to cancel it. I just formatted it anyways. You've got default settings, so you can hit reset basically. Okay. Put it all back to default, which would be a royal pain if you just went in and spent all that time setting it up and then hit reset. And then, of course, firmware version is just basically showing you, hey, this is what we have in it right now. So it looks like it was March 3rd of 2022, version 5 was the last time or the last version. All right, so here I've got the first video. My best half and I went to South Carolina, and that's why I bought the dash cam. So what we have here is 4 different videos using the dash cam on our way to South Carolina to show you the quality of the video, to see whether it's something, for 120 bucks, what do you think, So here we go. We just set the camera for minor bumps, and everywhere I put it now, it's turning on. I'm just trying to put it down so maybe I could put it on the floor. Okay, hopefully that'll do it. So anyways, right now the video is halted. You can see the signs, you can read the signs. We're going to be merging, the car on the left is going to be merging into the highway here. So we're in the furthermost left lane. However, when we get past this New Jersey or cement barrier, then we will be in the middle lane, and that car that's left of us will be in the furthest most left lane. We're in the center. We're in the center of Springfield, Massachusetts, and we're coming up to the Basketball Hall of Fame on the right-hand side. But first I want to show you here at the bottom, this is the stamp. And as you can see, the furthest most left, it says Rove R2-4K. And then it's the date and time at that moment of the video. And those are also used for the files when they get saved. So you can tell, if you know where you were at a certain date and time, which file you should be looking at. Based on the date and time is the name of the file. The next to the right of that, it says Mrs. Buick. That's where you can put in your license plate. And then it's the speed that you're going. And then we have our GPS coordinates. All right, so now we're driving and we're heading towards the Basketball Hall of Fame, and that'll be located here up on the right. We want to be in this lane, in this part of Route 91, because the right lane feeds exits, and then it drops off. There is no right lane. So this is at normal speed. You know, how the speed you're going. This is what we're looking at right now. You can see the Basketball Hall of Fame coming up. You see the tall orange thing? That's the sign, and here's the building on the right. Okay. And you can see the name on the building on the right hand side of the ball. There's also another section, you just can't see it yet, on the left hand side of the ball, and I believe that has Nesmith on it. I don't know, but you know, can you read it from the car? Not bad. In this video, we're going to be going in a tunnel, and you can see the sign here on the right. You can read it. So this is on Route 15 in New Haven. This is southern Connecticut area, New Haven, West Haven, Orange area. There's a it must be West Haven. There's a tunnel, and we will be going through it. So this is October, what does it say, 28? And now we're going in the tunnel. So the tunnel just has these lights up above, but you'll see that the camera brightened up, and you can see pretty good, I think. I'm no expert at this stuff, that's for sure. Hey, so we came out, it was bright, but it came right down, and you can still see things, and now we can read the sign. So shortly after the tunnel, we stopped at a rest area and got out. The camera shut off, but did the camera get hit? Because I got this video, and it turned back on, and it's in high-speed mode. I'm not sure if that's a feature or something I did make that happen. Anyway, now, just to give you an idea, this is a busy section. I think we're in Virginia now. We're in one set of lanes. There's some lanes coming up, and then there's all sorts of interesting stuff. But you'll notice now the video is in high-speed mode, it seems like. And at first, I actually kind of like it in high-speed mode. You're able to go through a lot of video quickly, and I found that even when I pause it or stop it, you can read pretty good. Never saw that before. I don't think that's the... I think that's whatever software I'm using right now. Now you can see we're trying to merge. Well, we are merging. Oh. Okay, and you can read the license plate at that point. Now it's nighttime, so this is what it looks like at night. Now I stopped it there. You can read the sign. I suppose if someone was right on you, in front of you, you'd be able to read the license plate. I don't know. I didn't notice in any video during the nighttime. But, so, I think it was a pretty good deal. Seems to work okay. You know, the most important thing is to drive safely. All right. See you in another video. Take care. Bye.